Hello, the Peach. This is a video response to your video, Prove There Is a God, Don't Talk to Me About Evolution. Now I want to talk about a few things. I barely watched your video. I can get a minute in without just saying, okay, this is a pointless watch. No offense to you, it's just a misunderstanding on the subject. First of all, you mentioned Kirk Cameron and, what's that other crazy guy? Ray Comfort. Both of these guys, first of all, let's establish some things. They are on the ignorance, loony side of theism. They aren't philosophers. They don't have a degree in philosophy. They don't have a degree in theology. They don't have a degree in any sort of science or anything. They're pastors. That they're not educated to talk about. Yeah, the banana man. That argument is obviously fallacious. So, I believe in evolution. I'm what's called an old Earth creationist. I'm a Christian. I wholly believe that every Christian should believe in evolution. I believe that's the best. I believe that the evidence is there's a wealth of evidence. As I heard one scientist say, the theory of general relativity has been doubted more times than the theory of evolution. The theory of evolution has been doubted actually no times except by intelligent design advocates, when it's not at all clear that they have any new information to bring to the table. That doesn't mean intelligent design can't be useful in the future, because all that needs to happen for intelligent design to work is one aspect of Darwinian evolution. It has to be shown that one aspect of human of existence, of biological existence, cannot have happened from Darwinian evolution. One. That's all that's needed. Okay? That hasn't happened yet, to my knowledge. The beginning of life, literally the origin of life is a possibility. Don't invoke Stanley Miller's experiment, because of course that many people agree that Stanley Miller's experiment wasn't the same conditions as it was in the early universe when the atmosphere was that way, and the life he created was not like biological evolution. In fact, I think it was a toxic material or something like that. So, prove God exists. Very simple. I'll give you an argument for the beginning of the universe. Premise 1. This is 4 premises leads to conclusion 1. Whatever begins to exist has a cause. All right. This is you could do this a priori or a posteriori. A priori is principle of sufficient reason. Principle of sufficient reason goes back to German mathematician Gottfried Leibniz, when he said a state of or the principle of determination. Early Arabic philosophers, either one is similar. It says something can either be or not be, right? So essentially, there needs to be something to tip the scales. You understand? There needs to be a reason why something is one thing and not another thing. Whatever begins to have a cause. And the other, a posteriori, is we always experience this in being and living and life. We experience everything that happens for a reason. You're not going to be walking along a road and you see a ball sitting there, and someone says, and you say, where'd that come from? And they just say, and then your friend says, it came from nowhere. You know, that has no, there's no reasons for its existence. Of course, I don't think you would accept that at all. It's apparent that everything that happens for a reason. Number 2, the universe began to exist. That's evident in the Big Bang. And by universe, let's define universe as space-time. We define universe as space-time in this argument. The universe began to exist. This is evident by the redshift discovered by Edwin Hubble in 1929. The distant galaxies switched toward the red, the Doppler effect, expanding away from us. Therefore, if we go closer in time, extrapolate back to the past, the universe gets denser and denser and denser and denser and denser into a point of infinite time, infinite density. Infinite time, infinite density, infinite space, synonymous to nothing. That's one reason for being a universe. 2 is cosmic entropy. I'm not going to go through these. You can look them up if you don't believe me. 2 is the cosmic entropy. 3 is the background microwave radiation. So now we have reasons for the beginning of the universe. And now, let's say you postulate something before the universe. I'll take down a few models here. The oscillating model. Instead of the Big Bang model, many scientists have postulated like an oscillating model, which is just an expanding and contracting universe. Throughout time, something comes into a singularity, which is a boundary where no space-time or anything can come through it. Where through infinite time, the universe has been expanding like it is now, and then once it gets to a critical density, if it has a critical density, then the critical density will outweigh the expansion, and the universe will collapse on itself. It will contract, and this has been happening from eternity. Now, there's three basic reasons why this can't work. One, there's no known physics that can bounce the universe back from a singularity. None. Two, the critical density isn't big enough to contract the universe. Alright? It's going to be expanding forever. Three, entropy. The cosmic entropy, the entropy would still have happened, and after each expansion, the entropy would have gotten bigger. So as we keep going back and back and back, when the universe had infinite entropy, that would have been the beginning of the universe as well. So entropy also disproves the oscillating model. That's just one example. There's many universe hypotheses. The steady state theory of the beginning of the universe, virtually no one holds to that anymore after the appearance of the background microwave radiation by Penzias and I don't know the other guy. It was in 67, I believe. And from the discovery of the background microwave radiation, the steady state theory says that everything has been homogeneous and isotropic throughout the whole time, and after the expansion of the universe, new matter ex nihilo is put back into the universe totally. If that isn't enough ad hoc for you, the background microwave radiation shows that the universe was much hotter, much denser at an early point in time, and that disproves the steady state theory that the universe has been the same throughout all time. Now let's go to the most important model, the multiverse. Some scientists propose a multiverse, an array of infinite universes, and it's been pumping. This machine's been pumping universes for infinity time. The major problem with this is that if infinite universes have come into being, they would all collide and coalesce with each other, and we would be observing a much different universe interacted by and disrupted by other universes. Therefore, there can't be an infinite universe. Some people have posted the background that the space within the universe is expanding. That expands as the universe expands, right? So the expanding universes are within a space that itself is expanding, right? Well, what is it? Forget it. Oh my gosh, let me remember. It is called the Bohr-Guth-Vilenkin theorem. There we go. I got it. And it stays on that always, when a universe is expanding, it had a beginning. That's it. That's a simple version. When the universe is expanding, it had a cosmic beginning. When a space is expanding, it had a beginning. So the background with the universes are being created into, if you're going to say, no, maybe, we won't observe that they're colliding with our universe and messing up with it because the space itself is expanding. Okay, fine. But then that had a beginning too, according to the Bohr-Guth-Vilenkin theorem. Alright, so number 3. Therefore, the universe has a cause. And since we have defined universe is space-time. Space-time itself has a cause, and now we have said no universes can be no universe models can be extrapolated back to infinity. Not only because of the inherent scientific problems with it, because of the nature of infinity itself. Philosophers recognize, especially with the A theory of time, which is more evident than B theory of time. If you want interesting concepts, if you want to know, look it up. Is that infinity is not possible in actuality. All right, the like Hilbert's Hotel, the absurdities of not potential in a fit. Like, think of a plane of things going on forever, but an actually set totality of things. And I'll just use one simple argument, I guess. Just one. There's literally tons. Is that the infinity cannot be traversed? Okay. It's known that infinity cannot be traversed. So, for this moment to happen, if there's an infinity of past moments, think of time as moments, cut it up. If the universe was eternal, an infinity of past moments would have occurred to get to today. But since the infinity cannot be traversed, we never get to today. Alright, so therefore, time must have a beginning. Time implies motion. Motion implies objects, since motion is always the moving of something. Alright? So then, yeah, the universe had a beginning. And since the universe we define as space-time, the cause necessarily must be timeless, spaceless, immaterial. Alright? Immaterial. And personal. And with immense power. It has to have immense power. It has to be personal, because since it has to be immaterial, we only have two things that are immaterial: souls, which in philosophy is called mind, or abstract objects like numbers. Since it has immense power to cause the universe, 7 doesn't stand in any causal relations with anything else. Therefore, deductively, the cause is soul or mind, and from these properties it can be inferred that God exists. Thank you.